Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. On this page, I talk about technology and money and sometimes trending topics or news. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome as well. I'm glad the algorithm brought you here, or if someone shared a video or some of my content with you. You're very welcome here, and I hope you find this video or some of my other content helpful or interesting or engaging. So today I wanted to have a quick conversation about some trending videos from yesterday or earlier, yesterday, between two content creators on TikTok. Now, one of the content creators, she also puts content out on YouTube, on Instagram. I don't know too much about Twitter, but is a content creator across platforms. And so if you don't know what I'm talking about, so the conversation that happened between, or the situation that happened between Jackie Aina, the makeup content creator, now luxury content creator. You know, she also has a candle business, and also Tiana, the lawyer, who is an attorney, but she's also she's an attorney by professional trade, but she's also a content creator as well in terms of releasing content around products. So I wanted to have a respectful conversation around Black women in luxury content creators, perfectionism, or the viewing of perfectionism of their content, and the expectation of total transparency. So as I approach this topic, as one of my other favorite content creators does, he does more so content creation around religion, but when he's approaching certain topics, he'll say, you know, as I approach this topic with respect, I just ask folks, you know, if you leave a comment or if you email me or etc., just to be respectful in the comments, and also don't go onto those creator pages leaving hateful comments and things, right? Because this is a conversation from an air of respect. And just as I watched the exchange between these two content creators, I was like, ooh, some lessons there, right? And some reminders. So if you don't know who Jackie Aina is, here, let me share my screen and just bear with me. So most folks know who folks I know in my circle know who Jackie Aina is, but I'm aware that some people, who may subscribe to this channel don't know who Jackie Aina is. So Jackie Aina, she is a content creator. She started off on YouTube many years ago, maybe a good 14, 15 years ago. And the interesting thing about her is, I think is my computer moving, doing some funny things. Y'all just bear with me here. Okay. It just looked like it to me. So she was the first Black woman content creator on YouTube to go viral and she was the first Black woman content creator on YouTube to get 1 million followers as a dark-skinned Black woman. So if you don't know anything about the YouTube algorithm, or just traditionally about how certain content creators' content is pushed in the algorithm versus suppressed, there may be some algorithmic biases there. But over the years, Black women content creators who are lighter skin or fairer tone, their content was more so pushed in the algorithm than darker Black women. And it was known, this is something that's been very well known for years. And so when Jackie Aina hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube, it was a big deal because she did makeup and she was dark skinned. And there were other Black women content creators on YouTube who did makeup and that were dark skinned. Like Naima Tang is one that comes to mind, but their subscriber base was nowhere near Black women content creators or non-Black women content creators doing the same type of content, but had the same very level of high quality. So when Jackie Aina hit that 1 million subscribers on YouTube as a Black woman, dark-skinned content creator doing makeup, it was a really big deal. And she has since then she's grown out her brand. She's also on Instagram. She's on TikTok. Now she doesn't do a lot of makeup tutorials and things like she used to. She now has a candle company. She does a lot of. She has home products, and a lot of her content creation on TikTok is around like luxury. So very much in that Black women in luxury. And y'all know I've talked a little bit about some of the backlash against women who create that type of content, saying that it's capitalistic, it is elitist, it is classist, etc. But she's one of the first. She not one of the. She is the first Black woman to break a lot of records around the type of content that she creates. And she has a lot of followers for that. And then interesting on top of that is, as she hit that 1 million subscribers, it was the work that she was doing to push products for dark-skinned Black women and trying out different makeup products and talking about some of the barriers and having to mix different products to get the right type of tone for her skin. That pushed makeup companies to then release products for women of that skin tone. Very much a groundbreaker. So I'll play the videos that went viral on TikTok between these two creators. Now, Tiana, the lawyer, again, she's an attorney professional. She's talked about being a lawyer. She's since transitioned into content creation. So I'm going to play the video. The first video from Jackie is the one that like sparked the backlash, right? So I'm going to play. It's about 50 seconds to a minute. So it's not very long. And I'll just play it and then we'll have a conversation about what she said. Okay. So, all right. Oh, let me just pause there. Can we get into her 25-inch, 30-inch bust down, middle part bust down, and how perfect and beautiful it is? Okay, I digress. Love it. Okay, so people did not like that, right? Because the whole concept was, not everything that people are posting, if they're a content creator, not everything that they're posting is like if they're posting content, is not necessarily they're just posting a highlight reel. Some people, one of her points was, some people really do, live good lives, are blessed, and they're not being fake with their content. That's just how their lives are. And, people should be okay with that and not be feeling like, well, oh, if the person, the viewer is viewing this content, say, oh, this person's life is not that perfect, right? Or if it's making me feel away, right? So that was her whole point. People did not like that, right? Because they're saying, well, let's just play. I'll play the second content creator's response video and talk a little bit about the comments, because sometimes the comments pass the vibe check, but in this case, the comments did not pass the vibe check. So we'll get into that. And now Tiana's video is about a minute and a half. Okay. So this is in response to the video we just saw from Jack. Ooh, let me back up. Sorry, y'all. Let me just digress. Can we get into Tiana's feet and braids and the color, how pretty they are? Excuse me, her lemonade braids and how perfect they are. But anyway, all right, digress. Oops. Sorry, y'all. Let me make that bigger. Let me do this. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, back to the video. Is it okay to share? I mean, it's okay to share, but people don't have to share it, right? And if you see the comment here that a viewer left, Jackie's content is around lifestyle, right? But there's also about her products, and I do have a good lesson about that in the end when I share the 4 or 5 lessons about this whole back and forth, right? People don't have to share, even if their life is perfect or is not. Some people's lives are just what they are, and they don't have to share that. They don't. All right. Okay. Now, what was the issue with some of the issues with what she said? First of all, I feel like most of what she said was duplicitous, because she said it's okay not to share, then it is okay to share, and if you're sharing, then you need to share. So I just feel like she went back and forth in the response, right? But the problem is, or one of the problems that I saw and other folks saw, because the comments sometimes they don't always pass the vibe check, is, you know, there are people who do not like to see Black women posting good lives, the luxury, etc. They just don't like. It's one of the reasons why that there are Black women content creators on this platform, on YouTube, but also on TikTok and also on Instagram, that do not show their faces. There's only a voice. And I understand why those content creators choose to stay anonymous. First of all, it's their choice. Second of all, it could be for their safety based on the type of content they're sharing, or if they do have money, right, and they're sharing, their lifestyle, it could lead to, adverse things, or they just don't want to, right? So, like, for example, Chrissy is a content creator. She posts like luxury things, and she has never shown her face on her page. Now, there are a couple of other Black women in luxury, or that type of, women who share content that's showing a lifestyle that may not be attainable or as attainable for others, such as like Charlene Nim. She does she does sneaker culture, but she also does a lot of travel, worldwide travel, with her husband, right? But she does show her face, right? But I've seen when people are like, oh, she's showing all these lavish trips and lavish this and that, but that's just, that's her life. That's what she chooses to share, okay? And it's okay with that. There's a couple who shares luxury travel or luxury lifestyle type content. That's Lux Travel. Now, they're a husband and wife team, and they literally travel all over the world, going to luxury resorts and luxury spots, and first class and private and things. But that's their content, and they choose to share that. They don't have to share, if things go wrong or it's not good. That's their choice, right? So the problem with Tiana's response that people had, that I was side-eyeing as well, was as people were talking negatively about the type of luxury content that Jackie shares, and her steaming her sheets every day, which she shows, and just the things that she do. Like for Christmas, she purchased almost $4,000 advent calendar, and I think it was was it Lumiere? It was one of the luxury brands, and she purchased their advent calendar and showed her unboxing it and talked about how she paid with it with her own money, and some people had a problem with that. Okay, so some people just don't like it. So let's just look at, I got one more video to share. It's like a minute, and it's just Jackie's whole response to, let me just make sure I share the whole video, right? And not, so you guys can really, there we go. So you guys can really see, which kind of just drove the whole point home, which made a good point. So just, it's about a minute and a half. And this is the last video. And then we're going to wrap up with just some final lessons. Mm. Mm. Okay. So let's just wrap up with some final lessons, y'all. My takeaways, which a few of which Jackie did talk about. Okay. So first of all, we have to remember these are real. Oh, you can't hear anything. Oh no. Okay. Sorry about that. So I just realized you can't hear anything. I'll be sure to leave a link to the videos in the description box so you all can hear. I apologize for that. I did not realize that the audio was not playing. Thank you for letting me know that. Legacy is a lifestyle. But number one, just a few lessons that I learned. Number one is there are real people behind these accounts, whether that's on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, etc. Whatever type of content they're sharing, there's real people behind those accounts. And again, I understand why some content creators choose to, post under pseudonyms or just remain anonymous altogether. Number two, this is a big one. We have to remember this is a business. This is a business for Jackie Aina, for Tiana Lawyer. And I enjoy both of their content, right? I like Tiana's content because she posts like things and deals from DHgate and like luxury dupes and things like that. And she styles them very well, and she talks about like the differences in quality between like a dupe or in comparison to the real thing. I love that. I also love Jackie Aina's content. I said before, I love seeing the Black women in luxury. I love seeing, the trips and just the different brands. And because for me, that's how I learn about different things, right? Or different places and experiences. But for these content creators, it is a business for them. So if we see a video where like Jackie is steaming her sheets and unboxing a La Mer skincare thing, and maybe going to a restaurant or showing a new robe. A lot of those things or showing herself like lighting candles, like because she does have a candle line. It's for sale. And the same with Tiana, right? With DH Gate. Because she'll be like, oh, you just click the link in my bio if you want to learn more. But, it's affiliate marketing. And we have to remember that we enjoy the content, the travel, the experiences. But for a lot of these content creators, luxury or not, or if they have like a course they're selling and they put the content out in a video or a podcast that is consumable, almost like you're watching a TV show or listening to a radio show, but at the end of the day, something is for sale. And we have to remember that, right? We enjoy it. We enjoy consuming it, but they're also influencers. And what do influencers do? They influence us to buy. Number 3, we don't have to watch what we don't like, right? We don't have to watch it. If it's bothering, if you feel like that content creator is faking perfection, or if it's affecting your mental health to watch their content, click off. You can click not interested. You can just go away from it. You don't have to watch it if you feel that way about it. And the interesting thing about, because now Tiana was not the only content creator that had something negatively to say, was kikiing with the people who were making negative comments. She was not the only content creator, and she did end up making a type of making an apology video, and also turning off the comments on her video, because it was just a lot of negativity going on. And I appreciate that. I think that was a respectful and a grown woman thing to do. But if it's affecting your mental health, don't watch it. And then number 2, Jackie made some good points, like, the people who are making all these negative comments about her content actually follow her. Like, why are you there if it's making you feel away, right? And we have to remember, when we see things beyond these content creators, but if we see things even on regular television, we can turn it off. We can go away, go outside, take a walk, do etc. for our own mental health, for our own safety, right? And then number 4, no one owes us anything. No content creator owes us sharing any part of their lives that they do not want to share, no matter how much we demand. Like, for example, people who do house content, right? Or cleaning videos, and people will say, I want to see what the bathroom looks like. Can you give us an apartment tour? And if the content creator says, no, I don't want to do that because of my safety, because I just don't want to, people don't like that. But we have to remember that, again, these are people, there are real people behind these accounts, and they don't owe us anything. And again, that's why I go back to say, I understand why some of these content creators choose to remain anonymous, especially the Black women in luxury content creators, or the Black women who post certain type of content about how they're taken care of. And a good example of that is the new mom, the marketing, what is Brittany's last name? I can't remember her last name, but she was the content creator. Well, she's a content creator, but she also works in marketing. She just had a new baby. It was her, I think it was her first or second child. And she talked about how she had hired a overnight doula, or a person to live in her home so she can get rest and help take care of her family. The backlash was so negative about that. It made like ABC News, like it was like people just really had visceral reactions to this Black woman spending extra money to like take care of herself and her family and her children by having this extra luxury of having an overnight doula, someone in her home. So again, these are real people behind these accounts with real lives. They don't owe us anything. Right? And even if you feel like what they're showing is just fake or perfect, that's still their page, and you could just click away. That's it, y'all. And again, I apologize about the audio. As always, I'll always be sure to leave references and links to the videos in the comments section. And again, if you go to these content creators' pages, please do not leave, hateful comments, or if you leave a comment here, please be respectful, because this is a respectful and inclusive space, right? And if you made it this far in the video, please like it. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.